If you enjoy listening to inspirational stories from people just like us, facing the fear and doing it anyway, then you're in the right place. My name is Claire Hill, and this is the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Hello, episode 6 here. I don't know when I'm going to stop doing the little noise. Just like I'm still shocked I'm doing a podcast and I'm doing it every week. Shock horror. It is now definitely October. I've got my Halloween collection. If you haven't seen it, my little pumpkin heads, they're really cute. And I'm really proud of them, actually. I recorded a reel with me and Jackson, who's my son, actually making the scary face. The scary face pumpkin head, that's right. And he loved it. He was so involved with it. And if you haven't seen the collection, the pumpkin heads is all about celebrating Halloween without wasting your pumpkins and getting your toddlers involved. So yeah, Jackson's been quite involved with the business this week, actually, because he spent the day with me on Friday laying next to me in our bed because he puked all over the floor, which was wonderful. Poor little love. But I did manage to do my tax return. And in this episode, I talk about the fact that I was supposed to have it done by the end of September. So I'm very proud of myself. I've actually managed to get it done. And if you are in that situation, if you're a small business and you haven't done your tax return, or when it's done, it's the best feeling. And it never, ever, ever takes as long as you think it's going to, ever. So I managed to do it with a toddler sitting next to me. So I advise, try and get it done if you haven't. This episode's really good. I should talk about that, really. This episode features Shell from Mermaid Dinosaurs. I've been mates with Shell for a little while on Instagram, and she does really make me laugh. And as you can tell from this episode, we spend literally the whole time laughing. She's hilarious. We get on really well. But we do talk a lot about small business, about the fears that you have on a daily basis, because you face that fear of handing your notice in and then all these other fears happen. But you just every day you face the fear and keep going. And we have a lovely conversation about boy bands. I would like to hear, if you've got any time, to email me or leave a message or DM me, whichever way you prefer to communicate. If you didn't like Take That and E17 when you were 7 or 8 years old, what music did you listen to? Maybe Oasis and Blur, now I'm thinking about it, because that was quite big then. But boy bands, there was only really E17 and Take That, when, you know. So you have to be about 36 now to understand what I'm talking about, I suppose. Anyway, I digress. This episode is a good one. And while I have my friend Bex's little voice in my head, I must remind you of a couple of things. I do have my Patreon. If you would like to support the podcast, the link is in the show notes. And the show notes, if you're not familiar with podcasts, the show notes is the description bit at the bottom under the title of the podcast. Also, I do have an Instagram for No Rest for the Vivid where I share the new episodes. So go and follow that so you can keep up to date. If you want to get to know me a little bit better, I've got my main Instagram, my Vivid Wire one. And also, I am going to be launching some coaching and mentoring programs soon. There is a little bit of information on my website, and I have got an Instagram being set up. I'm working on the launch this week and next. I'm not quite sure when it's going to launch. If you are a wire artist, there's a specific program for you as well. But I have been coaching a few clients over the last couple of months, and I've decided that I do want to do a little bit more of it. The wire art's going nowhere though, guys. Don't worry, I can't give that up. Blooming hell, it's the best. And I can't give this up either. I've just got to find another 24 hours in the day and then I'll be all right. Anyway, I'm going to stop wanging on now and let you listen to the episode. Hello, Shell.
Hello.
Hello, darling. Are you all right?
Yes, thanks. Are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Are you nice and comfy?
I am.
Yeah.
You got snuggled up in the living room. I am, definitely.
Oh, lovely, lovely. I'm so excited that you're on today. And you're feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah. First podcast, but it'll all be good.
But you're facing the fear and doing it anyway.
Exactly.
There you go. That's the whole point of the podcast.
That's the whole thing of running a business as well.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. So for people that don't know who you are, Shell, do you want to, say a little bit about who you are? Where'd you come from?
We're in a TV show. I make personalised jewellery. Everything's all handmade by myself. So I make my discs, I make my rings, I make everything from scratch, and everything's all made to order. So I have my range of products that I sell and my collections, but then people can obviously change it up, switch it out, and kind of create their own, really.
And your business is called?
Oh, my business is called...
Love that.
Mermaids and Dinosaurs.
Oh, I love it. Where did the name come from?
I don't know. I mean, when I first started setting up, I thought I don't want something that's just called Shell's Jewellery. I wanted something that was a bit different, that stood out, wasn't necessarily related to what I was doing as such. I love mermaids to the point that I've got a massive mermaid tattooed on my side.
Have you? Lovely.
Yeah. And I obviously pushed that love of mermaids onto Maya when she was born. And then Aidan is obsessed with dinosaurs. So I thought, you start the business with the kids in mind to obviously work flexibly around them. So I thought, why not name it after them in a roundabout way? So Mermaids and Dinosaurs.
I love it. But your logo and everything is obviously the M and the D.
Because I thought I don't want it to look childish. That was my other thing. So, I mean, there has been times where I've questioned it and I've thought, is it right? Will it put people off? But then every time I've asked people, they've all said, no, we love it because it's different and we remember it. So it's stuck, and
Yeah. And your jewellery is stunning. Just before we started recording, I was saying that I've had the necklace, one of the necklaces I have of yours, for like a whole weekend, just because I forget to put it on, even though I love it so much. And I have this is the disc one you made me, and it's got Walk with the Dreamers on it. So I had that written. And then my other one was the silver balls. Is that what you call it? It's not, you don't call it
the dome necklaces.
Dome necklaces, yeah. Dome. And I had Jackson's and Dan's initials put on with 23, because 23 is our magic number. Yeah, it's really weird.
I did wonder what that was, to be fair.
So our first date was on the 23rd of March. We got married on the 23rd of October, so that we pre-planned that, really. But if you add up Jackson's birthday, it becomes 23.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he loves Michael Jordan. 23, so 20, it's really like Dan adores the number 23 anyway, but yeah. There you go. So that's fine.
Good. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So how did you get into jewellery? Like, where did it all start? Were you good at all of that kind of stuff at school?
I've always liked being a bit creative and crafty and what have you. And then it was when I was on maternity leave with Maya, and I thought, I need to do something that I can get creative with.
Yeah.
So I decided to, I think I had literally had £500 to my name, and spoke to Craig, and I basically brought a kit to start making fingerprint jewellery. So I started making fingerprint jewellery. So I'd watch loads of videos and just playing around and practicing. And that's where the jewellery making kind of started. Obviously, I've moved on from that now. I still can do the fingerprint jewellery, but I tend not to. I tend to stick to obviously what I'm doing now. And it's just kind of evolved. I've kind of dipped in and out of it. So I started, as I say, when I was on maternity leave with Maya. Then I came off a bit because I went back to work full time. At the time, I was working for L'Oreal, so it was a really high pressure job.
Oh wow! What did you do for L'Oreal then?
So I was an account exec for them. So I was in field sales. So I would go out to all the different hairdressers, selling all the L'Oreal products and colours and everything else. Yeah. It was amazing, to be fair. It was amazing. I loved it, but it just got too much when I had the kids.
So you went back to work full time. When did the jewellery come back up then?
So it probably came back up when Aidan was about 2, I would say. Is that about right? I think it is. I think it was about 2. And then I started hand stamping jewellery. So I was buying discs in and I was stamping them. And then I got to a point and I thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm not just going to buy jewellery in and stamp it and sell it. I want it to be properly handmade. So then I taught myself how to cut the discs out. Then I taught myself how to make rings. Then I taught myself how to make bangles. Then I taught myself how to make earrings. And it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And then it went from the kitchen table to a little workshop that I brought for the top of the garden. And it just obviously then meant I could get like big polishing machines and different tools and stuff like that, which could then obviously expand my range.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So Mermaid and Dinosaurs officially started when you were on maternity leave with Maya then? Is that when you had the name, or was it after that?
I did have the name, but I wasn't really like, yeah.
I suppose Aidan wasn't even born then, was he? Aidan wasn't born, so.
No. So it was kind of just it was just me playing around basically, and then it just kind of went from there. So
when's your business birthday? Have you got one?
I don't know. I could tell you that, like, when I went self-employed, when I just jacked the lot in and when I'm taking the leave, I'm going for it. That was in March 2018.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
So coming up for 3.5 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Best decision ever.
Obviously, yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's not obvious. Definitely, yes, it is. But yeah, I mean, at the time, I think that point of handing your notice in to go, I'm going to do this, is petrifying. And even now, even though we're 3.5 years down the line, there's still days where I think, have I done the right thing? Is it, because obviously there's so much pressure that you put on yourself, I think. I don't think it's anything else.
No.
You know, if you go a day without an order, I'm literally like, that's it, I'm done. No one's going to order again. And then the next day, it can be absolutely manic again. But for that one day, for those 24 hours, that's it. I think you just go completely irrational with all of your thinking. But it's good. I wouldn't change a thing, to be fair. So
yeah, that feeling, that is such a, and if you run a small business and you're listening, that fear, no, I haven't got an order. And sometimes I'll have a week without an order, and then I'm like, well, I've got to get on with the orders I've got. I need to get them out, and as soon as I'm on top of everything, they all come in.
It floods back in.
Yeah. So
it's a false sense of security, and you think, oh, I've got some time, I can get, I can do this, I can do that, I can start working on some other stuff. And then because you take the foot off the pedal a bit, then it's like, oh no, now I've not got time to do anything because I'm absolutely swamped again.
We spoke about that like in the summer, didn't we? We were like, I've just taken my time on these couple of orders because it was quiet. And then I think we both, you got like loads and loads for something, and I got all the teacher gifts, and I was like, why haven't I done my accounts? That was quiet.
Well, I'm trying to do my accounts at the minute. I'm off.
I had a target to finish it before the end of September, so I'm well past that. Always have these great ideas.
never go to plan.
No. And I love, honestly, the fact that you've taught yourself. I mean, a lot of us are all self-taught, but you've got to that point now where you've learned everything by yourself, but now you've started a course, haven't you?
I have. I've started a diploma in fine jewellery, so I'm 4 weeks in at the minute, and it's just to broaden my scope basically, so I can go more into intricate designs, more like engagement rings, eternity rings, stuff like that, stuff that's going to require more like delicate stone settings and just loads of different techniques. So I'm really excited for my collections next year to put everything into practice, and put my own spin on it and my own style. So it will be good, because I think you can self-taught yourself. You can self-teach yourself. Is that right?
That's it. You can teach yourself. You should just teach yourself.
God, oh my life. Anyway, so you can teach yourself so far, I think. Yeah. And then sometimes you just need that extra little push. And I think as well, it's because it's a diploma that's been signed up for, you have to do it. Mm. And I think that's the thing. You can say in your head, right, I want to learn how to do this. And yes, you can sit and learn to do it. But then if you're busy with orders and you're busy with getting ready for Christmas and you're busy with your accounts and everything else, that it can just be like, well, I've not got time for that, so it'd be pushed to the side.
Yeah.
Whereas with doing the diploma, obviously I've had to pay for it. I've got deadlines. I have to do it. I have to make the time to do it, which means that you force yourself to learn the new techniques, don't you? So
yeah. And how is it?
That's where I was going.
How are you learning? Is it all online?
So it's all online. So each week they release a series of videos and like for you to follow, basically, to make the different things. It's an advanced course, so they're obviously assuming that you know the basics of how to make jewellery to do it. And then at the end of each term, we have to submit all of our pieces that we've made for them to be marked.
Oh,
so
wow.
It is all properly, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. And when do you hope to finish it by? When's it finish?
So it's the school year, so it'll finish, is it end of June next year?
So it's a proper, like, it's not just a 3-month dash about the block course. Bloody hell, that is commitment. That's amazing. Commitment.
Yeah, I'm just worried about this first term because it finishes at the end of November, when it's going to be
yeah, where we don't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop sleeping in December.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. That sounds so interesting. I was going to text you the other day and say, I really, really want to get myself this ring. And I've got such an idea in it. And I think that now I'm going to get you to make it. I'll just get because I want a citrine ring to celebrate like doing my masters and everything. And I was like, I think I want Shell to make it now, because then when I saw you made those earrings with the little gems, and I was like, oh, I think she'll be able to do it, and I think it'll mean more then.
We'll talk about it and we'll get it sorted, definitely.
Yeah, sounds exciting. Amazing. So do you, like, when did you really fall in love with jewelry? Do you remember why that's what you fell into doing and why you chose that?
I think it's just, as I say, because I've always liked doing like little arty, crafty things and everything else. I think it was just when I started making it and just all the processes, and then when you see what you've made at the end, it's I just love what can be created, basically. And there's so much different styles and everything else that's out there. And it's just, I think it's just the finished piece, in all honesty.
What's your favourite part of the process? Have you got a favourite like section of the process?
I don't think I have.
I do, for you. That's what I was asking, because I love it when you watch your reels and you do your polishing ones and you're like, oh, what's that? I can't remember, there was something, I think you did a reel with all of the discs ready to be polished the next day or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you do your polishing and then they're just like the most shiny things. And I mean, obviously it is really shiny, it's around my neck, but I'm like, how did it go? And the thing is as well that you even already your jewelry is very delicate. Some of the pieces, I know you've got your new nuggets out, haven't you?
Yeah,
they're absolutely stunning. So you've got, and obviously the balls, not the balls,
domes.
The domes, that's it, the domes. But these, they're just like mirrors. They're tiny, delicate little mirrors that you transform from, your raw product to this. It's just
definitely. I think because obviously once everything's been soldered, it goes up just black basically, and then you've got to get it from that to obviously the finished piece.
It's amazing. I love it. I absolutely, but I think, and if any of you listening, you haven't got Mermaid and Dinosaur jewelry, you need to get some, because I think, well, I don't know, I mean, there's lots of people that make handmade jewelry, I suppose, but I don't follow anybody else, so.
That's good to hear.
You're the only one I follow. But we've been mates on Instagram for probably about a year now, something like that, isn't it? Maybe a bit longer. Yeah. Because you were after some of my wire art. And the reason we've got so much is we did a product swap, which, if from business to business, when you can do product swaps and you both love each other's products as much as they love you, it's bloody brilliant, isn't it?
It is amazing. It is amazing. I've already, because we're in the process of doing the house up as well at the minute.
Yeah.
And the porch is going to be one of the next projects. And it's not a big project. It just needs a lick of paint and a bit tarting up. But there's a wall that's just empty. And I said to Craig the other day, shall we get some wire that says, get your coat you've pulled?
That is such a good idea.
And I was like, but I don't know if it's appropriate at the front of you. But then I think we're going to, so just wait for that one.
I never thought of that for my own house. I need that.
I need it.
Oh my goodness, babe, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've got an order I'm making at the minute that says we're trying to think of something really cool to put here, or something like that, like out of wire.
Yeah.
We're waiting for something really cool to put here. I was like, that is
what
brilliant.
to put on the wall? That's amazing.
I'll have to find that. It's not the exact. I'm only halfway through it. Is it that? Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's just so, I'm like, yeah, of course. Why not just put something hilarious on the
just
wall?
random. Yeah.
But your order was the first one I made in my new, well, it's not new really now, but in the May font, and you were like my experiment to, this is what I want to do. And then yours is massive.
Amazing. It is amazing though. It looks so good in the kitchen. It really does.
That's the thing with wire art though, and we are talking about you, but it doesn't ever look as good in a picture to what it does in real life. It's weird, isn't it? Whereas your jewellery, if it was after your camera, because I do need to get that camera you've got, but your jewellery does look as good. It's like your pictures are amazing. But it's your camera is really, really good.
Yeah, it is a good camera. I just need to learn how to use it properly.
I know you said you're
just on auto. Just on auto.
Brilliant. So on your Instagram, it says, this is what I'm like when I first started when you started talking to me about wire art, I was like, she's been like featured in Tatler and Vogue, like what's she talking to me for? How did that come about?
I just got emails from them.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What did they say to you? Like, how did it?
I think it was just basically that they were running like different features and just said that they think I'd be a fit, and did I want to,
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Have you got, did you buy the magazines? And
well, they send them to you, but I've got them all.
Yes. Oh, have you been featured more than once then in both? Or just both?
No, so I've got the Vogue and I've got the Tatler.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you won an award last year as well.
I did. This year.
We were still in 2021. Sorry. we were trying to work out what it was, wasn't it? And it's like, it's May, but it feels
this
like
year. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what was that for?
So that was just, I think it was just for the Midlands, and it was just recognising different businesses, basically. So I won the personalised jewellery specialist of the year. They were going to do a big event on a night time, so they normally do like an awards evening, but because of COVID, it didn't happen. So I just had to go to a very, very posh hotel and collect my award from there, and had a little photo, and it's nice, and it's presented in my workshop at the minute, so I've got it on the side.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little award. I was going to say reward. Did you get a glass of bubbly when you went to go and get your award?
No, I didn't actually, no, because it was in the day, and obviously there was staggering people through the day, so you didn't all mix, and yeah, never mind. I've still got the award, so it's fine.
Yeah, lovely. So when you've got your diploma and everything, what's the direction that you're going to head in? Like, do you see I suppose with your designs, they're going to become more intricate and need more work, and you can expand that way? Is that where
I mean, I get quite a lot of messages. I mean, I've already started making quite a few wedding rings for people anyway, so I've done that side of it. Then I'm getting people ask me now for like eternity rings and stuff like that, so it will just be more on the bespoke side of it. So I'll still stick with my range. I'm sure it will change and evolve over time anyway, but then it just means that I can offer like different slots to people for more bespoke work, and specifically designed for them, and custom orders and stuff like that, really.
Yeah. And where do you think you get your inspiration from for all of your designs? Like when you come up with the different new stuff? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking
sometimes I can literally just be like lying in bed and then I just think, oh, that might look quite nice. And then I go and have a little play the next day with it. Or I don't really know, to be honest. That's probably not the best idea, is it, from someone creative? Where do you get your inspiration? I don't know.
But it happens to me. I'll just lay there and just get an idea. Apart from the new pumpkin things that I've done, that was from
they are amazing.
Ahead. I was thinking that maybe your inspiration came, like, you are the camping / festival queen, and you and your family went away quite a bit over the summer, didn't you?
We did, yes, in the camper, yeah.
And you went to the Glastonbury field. Is that the right term?
Yeah,
like campsite?
We took the kids to the Glastonbury field site, Glastonbury Festival site. That's the one I'm after. Because they set it up as like a family camping, and the kids keep going on that they want to come to Glastonbury because me and Craig like to go. And that was the closest that they're going to get to it until they're old enough to drink.
Brilliant. So how many times have you gone to Glastonbury?
We've been twice. So we went in 2017, then we went in 2019, and then the 2021 we didn't get tickets, which on the day when they went on sale, very, very nearly got the tickets, went through to the booking page, and then it just crashed on me. So they do sell out really quick. So once they'd then sold out and we didn't get the tickets, I think I spent the whole day crying. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, bless you.
I was absolutely devastated. And then it's obviously been postponed twice. So there will be a resale it's normally about like April time, something like that they do. So we've just got to keep everything crossed for the resale and hope that we get tickets for the next one. So, but yeah, 2017 was the first one that we went to, and then
amazing.
It is really good.
I had visions because obviously I used to be a teacher. I'd be like, oh, well, I can't go unless I'm on maternity leave. So I had this idea that I was going to take Jackson when he would have been 9 months old, take him to Glastonbury, get a camper van, get the in-laws to come so I could babysit him in the evening, and had all these big plans. And then it was like, this is not going to work. I'm still feeding.
No,
it's not going to work. Like, why? You know, when you're pregnant, you have these amazing ideas of
great
how
ideas
it's going to be. So we didn't go. I still really, really want to go because I've gone to loads of other festivals. To go. I've been to like Benicassim in Spain. That was really, really good.
Oh wow!
Because that was like a beach holiday, and then in the evenings you went and saw all these bands for like the whole night. But
yeah,
we camped in like the hottest place on earth, so that wasn't good. Sweaty tents and all of that.
Oh, so you're still camping over there?
Yeah. Well, a lot of sensible people get hotels.
Yeah.
In the actual, I'm trying to think of. I think it's near Valencia. Area. I think it's near there. So yeah, but we didn't because I love to have a bargain. So I'm like, we've got camping for free. Why are we going to pay for a hotel? Idiots. And then then I think, I bet they've not sweated all night. For everyone who doesn't know, we literally send actually before the summer holidays was more. We haven't got back into it because you've been doing your course, but we literally send voice messages to each other every single day about utter shit. Like literally, I bet there was. We to go back and listen to them voice notes. It's just because I know it's literally just absolute shit. But the fact that we're just working on our own, and I think this is why you nurture these friendships that you meet with, basically strangers on the internet, that you find some kindred spirit with them because they're in the same boat as you. They're working on their own all the time, and then you realise that you actually are friends, even though we've never met in real life.
It's right. It's completely right. And that's the thing. I think because my job before, because I was literally going around all day, every day to different people, speaking to people. That's what you're used to. That's what you're used to it, aren't you? And then to go from that to just being on your own.
Yeah.
It is so different. And it can get lonely. So them little voice notes, they're amazing.
Yeah, they get you through the day, don't they?
They do.
This is the reason. One of the reasons I've started the podcast is to save my husband's ears, because when he gets in from work, having spoken all day, And then I'm there like, hi, Dan, how are you? What have you done? Did you have a productive day? Did you have a happy day? Did you eat any lunch? What did you have? How many coffees you had? And I just literally ask him all these questions. He's like, shut up. Babe, I love you. I know you've been on your own, but
leave me alone.
Luckily, Jackson don't stop talking. So he just like natter all the time. But yeah, it's one of those things I really buzz off doing the podcast, because you're just talking to people about amazing things and, you know, stories and how they've started. And, you know, when we first started, I mean, there's a lot more independent businesses out there, which is amazing because of how much choice and in, you know, creativity you can get now from just looking on the Instagram of and such a personalized gift. I mean, both of us create personalized bespoke things,
definitely,
that last forever. They last absolutely,
and they've got more meaning to them as well, I think.
And the fact that it's now raised the game in our industries, that people value the work and they understand, because they're so aware of it now, they understand how much work goes into it. Because I'm sure you're the same as me. You have an idea, and the first time you do it, it doesn't always work. You push through it, and it's that trial and error. And how many times, I mean, you're probably a pro at this, but how many times I might scrape the paint when I'm making a certain word and I have to start again. But people value that now. So I feel like it's the best time to have an independent business, because people will pay what you actually need to earn and value what you've
of course
made.
Yeah,
good,
well, that's the thing, because at the end of the day, this is our job, isn't it? So you need to make a wage out of it. It's not you know, however much you'd like to do it out of the goodness of your heart, at the end of the day, we've all got bills to pay, haven't we? So instead of a full-time job, this is our full-time job. So you're still working for your money, aren't you?
Yeah. And when you get those orders, I mean, I know that you made something for my friend Lauren, who's also a wire artist, just saying designs, and she was just absolutely made up with what you made her. And I think that's it, isn't it? The specialness of creating something that has so much meaning to it. Yeah, definitely. And it's been made just for you as well. That's the thing. What would you tell yourself 10 years ago that you wish you knew then, but you know now?
Probably to just not worry about everything. Like, not to worry about everything. Like, everything will work itself out. Like, you find your path, and just to be yourself, really. Just literally be yourself. I mean, because that was one of my biggest things when I came into having my own business, that you look at what everybody else is doing, don't you? To see what they're doing, you think, oh, should I be doing that? Or should I be doing that? But actually, people respond better when you just being yourself. I get the most comments when I'm just on stories, being myself, acting like a dick.
Yeah.
Genuinely. I mean, I think I did one story and I was walking over the garden to show a new plant that we'd got, and I was like, oh, just watch the dog shit. And the amount of like, because I hadn't thought about saying it. It was just as I was walking, I was like, oh, watch the dog shit, as I was walking over it. And the amount of messages I got saying, I love that you've just said, watch the dog shit. Like,
I know that story.
It's just normal. If anyone's got a dog, it's gonna happen, isn't it? But just normal stuff like that. People prefer that than you trying to just pretend as though everything's all like rainbows and fairies and you're in like a perfect bubble, because nobody is.
No.
So no. I think that would be a key thing for me, as like owning my business and with it being on Instagram. The other thing I probably give myself advice for in 10 years, well, from 10 years ago to now, is get your arse in gear to sort out an email list, because I've still not done that. So
Shell,
I know.
Everyone's listening at this.
I know.
Follow her on Instagram and demand.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to her newsletter that she's not even started. Bloody hell!
It gives you the option. To be fair, it gives you the option when you check out. So I have got people on there. I've never sent an email, and I've not got I need to really sort that out.
You do, because yesterday when there was the
it
Instagram
went down. I know.
how stupid am I, right? I read that the whole evening as, I'm embarrassing to say it now. I read it as Instagram and Facebook outrage. And I put an imaginary R in that because I thought everyone's outraged. And the whole time I was like, this Instagram and Facebook outrage. And then I was
you were thinking, what are they outraged?
What outrage? And then actually it's outage. So I absolutely this morning, like, that makes more sense. But anyway, when that happened, I was like, maybe I should send a newsletter out this evening.
See?
There you've always got. So that is massive advice. If you are, we have spoken about this. If you are on an Instagram
and I've still not done it.
If you are an Instagram based business, if Instagram goes down, where are your people? And they're like, I love the fact that I have got those people that I know will receive an email.
Definitely. I do need to do that. Yeah, that needs to be number one, I think, on my list.
It's so
things to do.
Yeah, it should be, because the easiest way to start getting into it is just regurgitate your posts and your stories from the week, so you don't have to think about anything.
Yeah. And then if they've missed it on there, then at least they're getting it to their inbox, aren't they?
Exactly. You just reuse the photos and reuse the text. And then, because not everybody, I always think that my posts are going out to 17,000 people, but they're not.
No.
They're not even going anywhere near.
No way near. No, mine are exactly the same. And that's the thing. I think people look at it and they say, you've got 17,000 followers or you've got 20,000 followers or whatever. But in reality, if you look at how many people are actually seeing them, you're not reaching 20,000, 17,000 people.
No. Because
Instagram doesn't show it to them.
No.
And that's a big misconception, I think, from a lot of people on the outside looking in, that just assume that, you've got that many people there all the time.
Yeah, but no.
But no.
I've had the last post I've done with the pumpkins had quite a lot of reach. But other than that, it's not been as, but then I think if you compare to this time last year, everyone had loads of reach and everyone was always on Instagram because we were in lockdown.
Miss, isn't it? Of course, yeah. People are on it less as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and now I want to be on Instagram less, not because I enjoy it any less, but I want to see my friends and family, and I want to go and do fun things. And I think it's really important to realise that and not get yourself down about the reach. And this is the thing that you're really good at.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
You're really good at, the same as me. We create content that we love to make. Like, for example, when your haircut reel, when you're doing your singing and dancing, you're doing your time lapsing, that shows who Shell is, but also that you love doing it. And that's why you're posting it, not for what you're going to get from other people.
No. Yeah. And when I'm on my stories singing to Backstreet Boys, genuinely because I love singing to Backstreet Boys.
What's the
amount of time Craig walks up to my workshop and I've got 911 on, or A1 or Boyzone or Westlife or whoever, and I am singing my heart out, and he walks in and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Leave me alone. I'm in my little bubble. I'm fine. Just go." And then he'll just literally look at me like, "You're a knob," and walk out.
Was it a conversation? Didn't you used to love Westlife? I'm trying to think. It was yeah, that's it. We were talking about boy bands and
the lot of them, all of them.
Yeah, all of them. When you said A1 to me though, I never really liked A1.
Oh, but Like a Rose, that's a good song.
Is it?
It's very niche.
Is it? That's your next real song then.
Honestly, I don't think anyone would have probably heard it, to be fair. I think that that's probably the only one song that they had that I liked, but it's a good one to go to.
Oh yeah, 911 though.
911, Body Shaking.
Body shaking all over that. All over that. 13-year-old girl, yeah. I'm all over that. I really adored Boyzone to the point where I was obsessed with Ronan Keating, like ridiculously obsessed with Ronan Keating. Not as much as I was ever obsessed with Robbie Williams, by the way, because Robbie Williams has always been number one, because I loved him from when I was like 7, 8. Yeah.
See, I was never a Take That fan.
Oh.
I know. Look at those eyes. I was like, what?
Did you like E17 then?
Not massively.
Oh,
I know they're probably the only two. I don't know what it was about them. I don't know.
Hold on, how old are you?
I'm sorry, 36.
Oh, we're the same age. We've talked about this.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. E17 and Take That. I don't know. Never did it. No. I know.
The reason I can't believe.
I was going to say, do you need to sit down? But you're
I am. The reason I can't believe it, it's like, what other music did you listen to then at that age?
I was all Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, but Backstreet Boys wasn't out when we were like 7 and 8. Like,
no, that's
Take
true.
That was like, when I was 8, Take That was huge.
Do you know, I think what it is? I think because everyone liked Take That, I was like, I'm purposely not going to like them.
Oh, you were one of them.
I don't want to be the same as everybody else.
Yeah, I did that with Spice Girls.
I think I did that a little bit with Spice Girls. I'm going to get so much hate for this. I do like some of the Spice Girls songs. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was never like, I don't know. I was always, Westlife was a big one for me. I can always remember when Westlife released their first song and they were at our local radio station doing like oh my God, I went down.
Wow.
I've got pictures. I've got a picture of me and Kian and it will be treasured forever.
Oh my God. Can you send me a picture of it?
I'll have to find it's in a box upstairs.
So now you need to do a reel about that. Oh my God, I want to see your face and how much joy it would have been on.
Honestly, yeah.
Boy bands, eh?
I loved it.
Oh, what a lovely conversation.
I've just completely thrown the lot, haven't I?
No, it's brilliant. I love it. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying you'd be on. And I know that you were really, really nervous as well, but I'm just so grateful that you pushed through the fear.
I know. I've enjoyed it. It's been nice.
Good. And we're going to meet up in physical form.
We are.
We should book that in, but let's get Christmas done.
Yeah, let's get Christmas done first.
We said that before, but let's book it in for January, because who does anything in January?
Yeah, I think we should actually. That's a good.
That's a good idea.
That's a good shout.
Let's do it. We won't arrange it right now on the podcast. We'll do it elsewhere, but we will book it in. Imagine actually seeing each other in real life.
It'll be amazing.
You're like, oh, it's your face. Oh my God. Everyone can't see the hands I'm doing. Like, hold your virtual face. Thank you, darling, so much.
That's all right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I've loved it. I've really appreciated your time. Thank you so much.
All right. That's all right. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. I'll speak to you later, babes.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother Phil Vidler.